welcome to Shiloh's Diary, and I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, I'll be doing a first impressions video on the Webtoon series slash manhwa, Your Throne, also known as I Just Want to Be You for One Day. Before I talk about that, thank you for the love of my channel. I was gone for a month. I'll be back with daily uploads. I'm back motivated to make videos, so you'll be catching me with more reviews. So if you have any series that you want me to review, look at, or any topics, I would really appreciate your suggestions. And also, I'm gonna put a timestamp to where you can get to me talking to the meat of the video. But also, it really sickens me that the day I looked so bad, which is my Remarried Empress videos, thank you for the 5,000 views on it. That's the one with the most views. Someone tried to drag me about my appearance in the comments. Listen, I know I look bad. I don't look like that all the time. That was an accident. I was sick, guys. But back to the point. So, I'm going to talk about a little bit of backstory about my relationship with this series, because I really have a bad relationship, low-key. Love the series, but I don't know. It's like we had a breakup. So basically, I had heard about Your Throne, and it seemed really good. Bless the author and the artist, because the series is amazing. The art is amazing. I like that way that they do lights and shadows, and everything is just really dramatic. The art really sells it. The story is already amazing, but the art also sells it. So when I was reading this series, I was under the impression that Medea was the main character and solely the main character. I didn't know that Psyche was also the female lead. She was a female lead. I thought it was some I wouldn't say good versus evil, but I thought they were supposed to be polar opposites, as one of them was supposed to be an antagonist, which was going to actually be Psyche. That was not the case. They're actually both of the protagonists. But when I first started reading the series, I didn't like Psyche at all. You couldn't pay me to like Psyche. I thought that she was supposed to be one of those generic, really annoying female protagonists that are they're like white lotuses. They seem like they're really nice, but they're not. I thought she was gonna be one of those, or it was gonna be one of those situations where she's not necessarily a bad person, but she's very complicit in her silence, meaning she enables a lot of things, which causes rifts. So I didn't really like her. And also, when I got to chapter, I think 20, I thought that, this is a spoiler video, I might add. My videos are all spoilers, to be honest. But I thought, when Medea dies, I dropped it. That was I don't know, I feel like that was almost a year ago. It probably wasn't a year, but it was a while ago since that chapter. I had peeped that she had died, and I jumped ship. I didn't because I really thought this was going to be one of those series where I was oh my god, Medea's dead. So is Medea going to be basically a plot device for Psyche's development? And I really thought that for a long time. It was oh my god, no. No, and it's really hard when you see the images going around to really gauge. I could have never gauged if Medea was still alive, because mind you, this is a body swap series. So even if you see a picture of Medea's body, that doesn't mean it's her, So I dropped it. So recently I got back into it, and I binged at all the recent chapters, and I think I'm in love. So I'm going to talk about my change of mind. I like Psyche now. I actually adore her. I think she's really sweet, and I feel I kind of jumped to conclusions with this series. I think there's a lot of themes in the series, and I think those themes would include there's a lot of morals, if you get my point. The morals would be definitely don't judge a book by its cover. The grass is not greener on the other side, or you don't know what's going behind, closed doors, those type of, and coveting other people's things, and being jealous of others. I think those are the main theme. And also, this is a big one. Well, it's not a big one. I think it's a hidden gem, is glorification and idolization. A lot of these characters fall victim to this, like a lot of them. I think, of course, our main characters, our two female leads, fall victim to this. My favorite, I'm gonna put the image here. My favorite panel is when Medea, you know, she snatches up Psyche's body and like she's hugging Eros. And when she hugs him, like she's like enamored. Like she's like I don't know, like she's just complete. Like she's like, I did it. I did it. But like there's a kind of sour, bittersweet path that she realizes, yeah, I thought my life was going to be better if I lived in her shoes. But if anything, it's just like, I'm still in a shitty situation. A different one, but it's still shitty. And it was really surprising seeing like how like Psyche's life is it's kind of terrible. And Medea is also not as strong. Well, of course she's strong in a lot of ways, but I love that they gave her some kind of layers that, yes, she's strong, but she has issues. And this mostly comes with familial ties, specifically her father. Her father who killed her nanny. And he has, and causes a lot of emotional problems with Medea's character. It shows that like even if you are really strong, you can still be victim to familial abuse, because she's dealt with this kind of abuse from her father for so long that it doesn't matter if Medea can like slash people and kill people on a whim. It's still difficult. Not only has he put her through like this kind of, I don't know, he's created this hierarchy that even though she's grown to be an adult, she still feels like she's in this position. And even when she switches back into her body, she's still thinking like, am I gonna be able to like get out of this situation still? And I think I really like that. And I thought it was really interesting seeing how like, I don't know, like the nanny, poor nanny, that Medea has like two characters that are like, other than of course Psyche, that are her like supports, that are on her side, and that's Healy and Nanny. Nanny, rest in peace. Nanny's gone, and Nanny passes away because basically her father blames the nanny, which blames the nanny for basically her not winning the princess ceremony. But it's just like, even so, I feel like that was just absolutely ridiculous on his part, and his thinking is very skewed. Like his thinking came to some kind of point like, well, I shouldn't hit my daughter, but I should hit this grown woman who hasn't done anything wrong. And it's just like, this household is legit out of control. Like another thing about this household I find really strange is her brother. I found kind of problems with her brother, because I was like, okay, he was forgettable. Somebody said he was forgettable. I agree. But her brother is older than her. And even if Medea said like, oh, like I'm okay with staying, I think he should have did more. I don't know. I feel like he should have been at least like, you know, putting his head in a couple times, because he's always pressuring her and is incredibly emotionally abusive, and he's exploitative. That's another theme I forgot to mention. They're so, Eros exploits Psyche, but the person that's exploiting Medea is her father. They exploit them terribly, and it really it shows. It definitely shows, and it's just like, ugh. And like, does anyone notice that like Eros's name is Eros? Doesn't Eros mean like love? What would he know about love? And then we have Healy. Jesus Christ. I love Healy. I think he's amazing. I think he's really cute. First of all, his character design is amazing. But Healy, he's a really reliable guy. And I think, I'm going to talk about shipping in a minute. But like, when I was reading it, I was like, oh my God, I want Healy and Medea to get together. And then I was like, you know, low-key, characters like Healy don't get with characters like Medea. They don't. Because Healy, from what I noticed, this is the first impression of this video. I haven't come to full conclusion. This is just open thoughts. Characters like Healy idolize and glorify way too much. He idolizes her a lot and kind of glorifies her a lot. And it's like, characters like Medea needs people to meet their match. It's giving like Asher and Arya typing, but they need someone to meet their match. And characters like Healy are so hell-bent in just keeping the relationship that they never have the confidence to step forward into a romantic relationship. So what they do, they kind of like fester in these weirdly ambiguous relationships, and they just jump around between types of relationships like platonic, familial, romantic. And that's why when it comes to me, their relationship on his part, like, it just gives off a really weird feeling of ambiguity. And it's just like you can tell he likes her. I mean, I don't think it's not a secret, but it's just like, but it's not like really like, because he is in a state of, he's just not. And like, he just also puts her on a pedestal that it's really unable. I don't see them getting together. I don't think so. Because for a character like him to get with Medea, he has to see himself on the same level, or put himself on the same level as her, for her to take him seriously in a romantic context. I checked the genres, guys. Romance is one of the genres. Yeah, they have to put themselves on the same level. And also, I got recently scared during the recent chapters, because I was like, when, you know, after Psyche kissed Eros in Medea's body, and like the recent chapters, and I was just like, please, before old boy came, I'm gonna put his name down, but I think he's the male lead for her. It makes sense. That's why I said that she needs someone to meet her match, and he seems very manic and kind of dangerous. I think that's good. I think, because I thought she was gonna get with the prince. I was like, hold on. The only one that is even male lead worthy is Healy. There's also Eros, but Eros is terrible. So is it gonna do one of those things with the independent female character who's like super independent, gets no female lead, but the soft one gets a romantic couple? I don't think they're gonna do that, guys. I don't think they're gonna do it. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to edit this out. I think I lost my train of thought, but like, I honestly think when I was talking about Eros, Anna and Healy and all of them, I think Healy and Medea are gonna get, not Medea, lies. I think that Healy and Psyche are gonna get together. That's my personal opinion. And the reason why I think they are going to get together is because usually in a romantic context, there's always those kind of markers in the series that kind of marker, like, or give foreshadowing of who the male lead is going to be. And I believe that's because, and usually it's somebody who like kind of fills a hole or contrasts whatever pain they've been through, especially in a series like this. And for example, how Eros didn't notice that Psyche and Medea had changed places, but Healy did. Like, Healy noticed, and it was kind of scary. I want to show you a picture. As soon as Healy noticed, like, he noticed really quickly, even though Psyche was capping hard. She was capping hard. It didn't really work. And he noticed, like, immediately, like, yeah, this is not what she usually calls me. She's acting weird. It's really weird. And yeah, he noticed immediately, but she also comments how like Eros didn't notice. And I feel like they made that contrast on purpose, especially when this is a series about comparison and just kind of like looking in each other's world. So it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And before I was giving the idea like, listen, I don't want it to happen because I think he's too good for her. Ooh, my ashy. But I don't think that anyway. I think that Psyche is really growing as a character. And of course she has her abilities, her divine powers, which they've been trying to Jesus. But yeah, she's really growing and she's really getting herself together. And I'm really loving Psyche and Medea's friendship so far. Especially in the recent chapter. A recent chapter was posted and like their friendship. And she was like, oh, like I'm so glad like Media's on my side. I agree. I think that Psyche's really cute, and she looks really good with short hair. I feel like we have to give her props that she looks really good with that. But yeah, I think this is about it for my first impressions. Hope this was an okay video. I'll be posting more regularly, so please like, subscribe, follow my art Instagram if you like art. But well, this one in general, because I post like manhwa related content and just random stuff on my page regardless. So bye guys, see you in the next video.
What I would do to take away this fear of being